So this is the new Forza Triangle B Mark II. And today we're going to talk about this light and also do a little bit of breakdown on the scene that you just saw just now. As many of you would know, I've been an avid Nanlite user for the past 4 years. I started off using the Nanlite Forza 60 as my very first key light and then progressively move on and use bigger lights like the Forza Triangle B Mark I. And today I'm here to share 5 reasons why I think this light is so much better than the previous generation. And disclaimer, this is not a sponsored post. Nanlite did not pay me to say any good things about the light. All of this comes from my personal opinion. I just want to state it out there. So when it comes to good lighting, there are some things that I really consider since I'm a solo creator and I shoot alone or with a small team. And the newly designed Triangle B has some of the features that I really love. First off, let's talk about the yoke itself. So on previous generation, the yoke has 2 locking mechanisms on each side. So whenever you want to adjust the lighting angle, you have to tweak the left and right loosen knobs and then just move the lights up and down. But it's not really a convenient way to move a light, just because if you loosen it too much, the yoke might just fall down just like that. And I've that experience because I almost dropped my light. And with the new Forza Triangle B, they made it to a one-side stepless locking mechanism, which means that you can adjust the tightness of the yoke just by using one hand, and another hand you can use it to hold the yoke itself to adjust the angle. So the second thing I like about the Triangle B is the control unit. The control unit is very good on the first generation, but there's one quirk that I just don't like about it. On the first generation, you are not able to fit in a lot of V-mount batteries that's in a certain size, which is a larger size and all that. And it just kind of frustrates me because sometimes when I need to shoot outdoors and I want to shoot on a longer capacity, I would have to hot swap like smaller batteries just to compensate it. I can't actually like higher rent or just get like big V-mount batteries and just lock it there. So that has been a nuance for me for the longest time. But now with the new control unit, you have V-mount slots on each of the sides. So you're able to slot in your V-mount batteries on the left and right. You are able to hot swap the V-mount batteries fast and easily as well. And you can fit in V-mount batteries that has a larger capacity and that has a bigger size. So that's a plus point for me. And point number 3, following on the control unit, we talk about the mounts on the control unit. Like how do you mount the control unit onto the light stand? So the first version has this metal clamp that clamps onto a light stand, and it looks pretty cool because once you clamp it on, you can hook the control unit on top and it just looks nice and flush. However, it's not secure, it's not locked. So whenever you want to move a light, you might just want to have someone hold the control unit or just hold the control unit with the light stand along when you're moving it, because when you tilt it to a certain angle, it will just fall. And also because the clamp has a certain diameter to it, you can't really put it on a bigger light stand on the base level. I like to put the control unit on the light stand that's on the lower base so that it adds more weight to the light stand and it becomes more sturdy. However, the first generation clamp just doesn't work on it, like especially on my cupola light stand. I'm not able to clamp it on like the base cylinder. I have to move up a few tiers to clamp it down and all that. And that has become a very big nuance for me as well. The second generation clamp, it works better because it's just a giant piece of clamp that you can just clamp it on any like cylinder surface. It's very good because now I'm able to clamp it on my bigger light stand, and also it has this quick release lock mechanism at the back. So when you mount your control unit on it, it just locks in perfectly. So point number 4, this is something that I love the most, which is wireless connection and DMX connection. So a DMX connection, it's a console that allows you to control the light from a set station. So all you need to do is connect the cable between your light and the DMX console, and you're able to control your light from that console alone. This is really common seen in stage productions or big Hollywood productions where you want to tweak all your lighting setup from one station, and it's really good and convenient. But let's say if you're just a solo creator like me and you work with just a few teams, but you still want to tweak your light easily and all that, you have a Bluetooth connectivity app that connects to the new Nanlite Forza Triangle B. Same like the Forza 60C that I've reviewed previously. I'll put the link up here. You can control the unit with the app alone, and you can link different Nanlite lights that has this capability all together and mesh it as a network. And what you can do is you can set scenes that you want based on the lighting fixtures. So I have my 60C and my Trigger B connected onto the app alone. So if I'm using 2 units together, I can just adjust different lighting scene with a tap on my phone or my iPad. So it's very convenient because I don't need to run around each light to control and tweak everything. All I need to do is just go to the app, tap on the button, and boom, everything just comes up perfectly. The final thing I like about the new Forza Trigger B is the green-magenta shift. This green-magenta adjustment will be able to help you to adjust the light based on the ambience that you have created. Let's say like you want to shoot something that is more filmic, more cinematic, you want more greens inside, you can just push it to the green side and just create a more green cinematic tone. So what I've done on the cinematic scene that I've done on the very first video, it's using that green shift. So I have the Nanlite app right now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to shift the green magenta slide to let you have a look. So right now, I'm more on the green side of the light. You can see everything has a nice distinct green hue. And then if I shift it all the way to the end, this is more magenta and it just highlights more on your skin tones and everything. It's more magenta. So treat this like when you're doing Lightroom edits and all that, when you have that tint slider, is the same concept, but on the light itself, which is pretty cool because you can finally balance everything to the kind of set that you want. And these are the 5 reasons why I like the new Forza Trigger B. And with that aside, let's go into the breakdown of this cinematic scene that I've done with just a Nanlite Forza Trigger B Mark II. So in this scene, you can see that I want to highlight this antique table that I've bought, but I just don't want to do like a very typical B-roll where I pan in, pan out and show everything. I want to build like a story behind it, how this table is actually pretty cool and what you can use it for. So in this scene, I boom the Forza Trigger B up to the top, and I use a smaller dome, which is the 90cm parabolic dome, because I don't want too many light spills going outside. I want to create a nice contour of like light to shadow. So when you have a parabolic dome, but the light spill is still pretty obvious. So adding a honeycomb, it allows you to control the spill light that's going to spill on the side. Just imagine like if you walk into an old dingy room and then you just turn on a light bulb, just want that kind of shape to just come down. And this is the concept that I want. It's pretty much inspired by like those like 80s, 90s, like noir detective kind of movie and all that, where everything is just a bit moody, rustic, grungy kind of feeling. And that's the tone that I want to go. And on the light setting, I was shooting at a warmer tone just because I want everything to feel warmer. I have green walls, so if I shoot it in a very cold light, the green walls will be very green. So I decided to tweak it down to like 44K, which makes everything a tad warmer. And with that, I was able to achieve the kind of look that I want. I used the green magenta shift to shift it to a more filmic side, the more green side. So at the end of the day, when you see the whole lighting setup, it becomes more greenish, and the rest is just like color grading in post on log. Essentially, you want to get the lighting right before you shoot, and the rest of it is just using different camera angles to shoot it. As you can see on the footage, I shifted my camera to different angles to shoot. There's a wide shot for establishing, and there's a mid-range shot to show what am I doing, and there's a tight shot to further emphasize on certain actions that I'm doing. So these are the 3 framing sequences that I normally use, like wide, medium, and tight. And you shoot enough of all these frames together and mash up together, you'll be able to create something like this. That's it for me today. And if you like this video, like it, subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you all on the next video. Peace out.